Good afternoon. It's noon, actually, right on the dot. Good afternoon, you guys. Welcome to the channel. Um, Click the like button as you come in. Appreciate you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And we're going to be discussing today when a man wants you. Dot, dot, dot. A lot of women don't know how to read the signs of when a man really wants them or wants to be with them. They don't know how to read the signs or to read between the lines, and they don't know how to do it. And they sometimes they miss the opportunity or they don't pick up on if a man is showing them interest, or they don't know if they're just playing around or whatever. Some men are shy, some men are very straightforward, but how do you know if they really want you? And not just want for the night, not just want for a week or two, but forever or for as long as they can keep you. You got to read the signs. Okay? A lot of men fear that you're going to reject them. And when a man wants you so much, they kind of hold off a long time, not too long, before they let you know, because they are afraid that you may think that they're desperate, or they may think, or you may think that, they're rushing and they only want you for a short amount of time. So you have to be able to read between the lines, whatever they're saying to you. If they value your opinion, that's number one. Write this down. If they value your opinion, truly, if they listen to you, number two, if they listen to you and remember what you said, they really like you. And they may not always remember what you say, especially if you're in a relationship and you've been in there for a long time. But in the beginning, you're going to pay close attention to what you say. They're going to value your opinion, and they're not always. They're trying to test out if you're going to work out right for the long haul. They're not going to always agree with you. They're not going to always agree with you, because that also makes them seem as if they're desperate. So you're not going to have everything be smooth sailing. You're going to have the disagreements in the beginning more than you will have during or towards the end, because y'all need to get all of that out of the way before you can really focus on being together and in a relationship. You got to get all the kinks out before. So a lot of times, one of the signs will be bickering, but not too bad, just a little bit, because you are going to have your differences and you need to learn how to work through them. So a lot of men will disagree with you, but not in a harsh way. They'll just voice their opinion, keep their mind open, want you to keep your mind open so that there is room to know that there can be a compromise. But if you're good at what you do, ladies, you get them to do whatever you want afterwards. But they're going to put up a little fight as to disagreeing with certain things in whatever. Another sign is that they keep you on their mind all the time. They're always constantly thinking about you. And in some sort of way, they let you know, whether it's a text, send you a picture, give you a phone call, or tell you that they were thinking about you. But they're not afraid to let you know that they were thinking about you. Yeah, y'all hit that like button, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate y'all. Another sign is they bring you things, or they give you things, or they tell you things. Like, it's hard to give people stuff when you don't know where they live, or y'all have never met, or whatever. But they got Amazon now. People can send you stuff. People can send you information, links, and all that. So if they're constantly trying to give to you something, I don't know whatever, but they're constantly trying to give you something, or trying to give you knowledge about something, or trying to because a lot of people deem things valuable, that they don't just tell everybody. So if they're giving you privileged information, that is also a way to know that they like you, and they will, they really want you. You can start to feel a little bit something that you know is very privileged. Um, like I said, gifts, of course, that always works. But other than that, other than physical gifts, because anybody can give a gift, it has to be privileged knowledge. Um, so another way is to, like, are they introducing you to people that matter to them, important people in their lives, people that they have respect for? Are they showing you to those people? And not like some people think, oh, he introduced me to his family. Does that mean we're getting close? If he introduces every girl to his family, the best way to find out is talking to one of the family members. You know, like if they treat you like it's not a big deal that he brought you home, or if they treat you like they're tired of meeting these women that this dude is bringing home, you'll pick up on that. But if they're treating you very special, like he never introduces it, this is the first time I've met anybody. You'll talk to a lot of them if you're introduced to a lot of them, and it will come out. You will know if you're the first, or if you're one of many, or if you're one of few. You will know by talking to them, by how they look at you. If they don't want to get too attached to you and they kind of brush you off very easily, it means they probably bring a lot of girls around there that they will probably never see again. So they don't waste time getting to know you. So they don't waste their time getting to know you or seem super interested in you, like asking you a bunch of questions, then most likely he brings home girls all the time. But if they're really into you and asking you all these questions, how did y'all meet? What do you plan on doing? If they ask you a million questions, it's rare that he brings women home. Okay. So make sure you pay close attention, especially if it's family members. But if it's just friends, it may be the same thing. So make sure you pay close attention to, what type of questions the friends are asking. Yeah, y'all already know I'm not gonna answer, like, no comment to certain questions today because I never comment on them anyway. I'm staying focused on what I'm trying to do, and that's how it's always going to be on this channel. So make sure you're paying close attention. Another way to know if someone really wants you is if they pay attention to the things that you like and they present them to you in a way when you're not really expecting it. Like they pay attention to your favorite flavors or things you like to eat or music you like. When they play the music, it's going to be something you like. When they bring you something to eat, it's going to be something they know you like. They're not going to just guess or assume or always constantly have to ask you, because they're going to pay close attention and get to know you that way. So the less you have to talk and the more they pay attention to things that you like, the more they're into you. Okay. If they don't pay close attention, if they don't care what you like, if they're constantly asking you because they're forgetting, you're not a priority. So I wouldn't really, start to get your feelings involved in anything where you're not the priority. Okay. So make sure you feel like the priority. That's number 2 or number 3 or 4, whatever number we on. 6, 7, I don't know. I stop counting. But do you feel like the priority? Do you feel like the priority? Not the only priority, but do you feel like a priority? If you don't, then you're not. I gotta feel it. I gotta feel like I'm the priority or a priority, like a good in the top 2 or 3 or something like that. I need to feel high priority. If I don't feel it, I'm not feeling you. Period. Should you help your provider man improve his looks? No. Sprinkle. Hip hop and head. Hip hop head? No. Why would you help that? Let him stay looking like he looked. That's why he provides. Sprinkle. All right. Y'all want to give him a makeover and set him up on a dating website too, girl? Yeah. Go ahead. Well, as long as you get your fee. Yeah, see, this is why y'all gotta use common sense. You said married and still married 3 months and still no joint accounts. What to do? Go grocery shopping, darling. With his card, cash out, transfer, cash, get cash out. Did he not give you his ATM number? Get cash. Tell him you need cash for stuff. Start stacking in yours. Like, if he's not going to give you a joint bank account, then um, make your own bank account. Hopefully, you have your own bank account, and just find ways to get money from him and stack. Mhm. There's ways. Just you got to sit around and think. Look, he'll suggest it before you will, because he's gonna get tired of you coming there and asking him for money all the time. Ask him for money every day. Tell him what you need money for. Get annoying with it, so he finally either get you the account or just give you a direct deposit out of his account every month. But you need to bother him on a daily basis, okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle, and then stop giving him sex until you get your money. I mean, y'all just married, but you got to start in the beginning to get what you want. No sex until I got what I want, or because if you start a joint bank account with him, he can easily go start another one on the side and just put a little bit of that into that one. You need direct deposit every month, or you need to continuously get cash from him if he want anything from you. I wouldn't be cooking, cleaning, or nothing if I ain't got no access to no money. Period. And I wouldn't want a joint account unless it was just for show. I want my own account, but I need you to pay for everything. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely start switching it up, baby. Um, but honestly, another way, okay, let's get back to the topic at hand, darling. So another way to get what you want, or to know that a man really wants you, is he gives you what you want. You end up getting your way anyway, because he doesn't like to see you sad. So you end up getting what you want. He gives them to you. That's another way. You end up getting what you want. You say you in a relationship, but he's cold for 4 days. Should you leave him? Girl, you in a relationship and he's cold for 4 days. Should you leave? You ain't in no relationship if that's your question. Shoot. Let him stay cold. What are you doing? What are you doing to improve yourself while he's staying cold? If he can control you by staying cold, then he's controlling you. Who cares if he's cold? Throw him a blanket and move on and go read a book. Go, do something that whatever hobby you have. Ignore him. Who cares if he's cold? Throw him a blanket. Stop cooking. Stop bothering him. Don't ask him why he's acting that way. Who cares? When he's tired of acting cold, he'll be coming around looking for you. Let him be. Would you pay your mother to look after your grandchildren? If I got to pay my mama, honestly, here's my thing. If it's on a regular basis and it looks like a job and she doesn't like doing it for free, yes. But if she likes to watch the children and it's not on a regular basis, then probably not. Okay, because if your grandma becomes the nursery, okay, perhaps. If not, then no. Every once in a while, it's okay. The grandma's not supposed to charge unless they become a nursery. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said no cooking, no cleaning, no sex. Okay. How can I deal with religion and get what I want? Because not all men want to wait until marriage to have sex. Money, baby. If you act like your religion is a major thing and you can't give it up until you marry, unless it's with someone very special, that you love and who will do anything for you, like pay all your bills, buy you your dream car, set you up in a nice house. When a man invests that much into you just to get some, the next step is probably gonna be marriage, child. But then if not, you still got house, car, money. Okay, make a compromise. If you're if you see what he's willing to do for you just to get some sex, make sure your name on that title of that car and that house, the deed to that house. If he's willing to do all that, then he was probably going to marry you anyway. If he's not willing to do any of that, then perhaps just string him along, pretend like you are for a long, long time, and then never do. And then when he gets tired of you, at least you'll have had time to replace him. But honestly, if you don't want to do it, then don't do it. But if you are curious and you think, okay, well maybe I can do it, but only for this, and that, go do it. That's how a lot of women got their money. Nobody has to know. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Nobody gotta know. I mean, what were people doing before marriage was invented? Looking at each other, waiting on marriage to be invented. Or you better get your money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shira, does his ego become non-existent? You see what you want to see. You pay attention to what you want attention to. Remember that. You always have the control, ladies. Your husband is a slob and we are 50. Girl, don't tell me no more. It sounds like a nightmare. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, I wasn't ready for no horror story today. Are you still claiming him, girl? You mean your roommate, darling? All right. Well, when you still claiming your roommate and you married him, then I don't know what to tell you. Do something about it, like start giving him more and more of the bills and working less until he's forced to pay more. Um, Girl, hand him every 2 months. Give him one of your bills until you don't have no more bills. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, and cut him off in the bedroom until bills is paid. He's gonna have to find a second job or get a raise or figure it out. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Is it weird for him to travel 4 hours to spend weekend with frat brother? Girl, you asked it is. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not driving 4 hours for nobody unless, let alone anybody that I'm not related to. Or drive for myself if I'm going somewhere for a visit for 4 hours somewhere. I'm going on vacation or something. I'm not getting ready to travel somewhere for no sororities. I'm not even in a sorority. And if I was, I still wouldn't travel. um, you said cut off in the bedroom. Yes, that's what I said. We share accounts and he does work over 60 hours a week. No sex doesn't bother him either because he's tired. No food then. Find what he likes and take it away. And if he working 60 hours and can't pay both y'all bills, what you doing? I don't know. You better get you another one on the side who can. All right. Y'all know I can't fix the problem. I'm not going to tell you, oh, you just need to suck it up and pitch it. No, I'm not ever going to tell you that. I'm telling you to go. I tell you to go get another one on the side and give you some money before I tell you that. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Um, you said you could live with no sex. If he can live with no sex, then he can live with you out, but not you in the room either, and you can have your own life. You know what I'm saying? You think we're naturally dominant as women mentally? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I inspired you to buy a tea set with the tiered mini cake tray. It looks so good together. Yes. Yes, y'all have some Michael tea. I have a little teapot here. Yeah, I like to drink tea. It's healthy for you. It's cute. It's feminine. You get these little teapots and things like that, and the cute little tea cups and saucers and little spoons. Um, mhm. Your date was mad and left with an attitude after he didn't get sex. We just met. Girl, you ain't no hooker. You thought he was calling the hooker hotline or something? Let him stay mad then. Did you get any money? You should be mad too then. Y'all didn't get what y'all wanted. You wanted money, he wanted sex, nobody got what they wanted. Move on. Like it's free. People out here like it's free. Sheila, how do I cut off the negative energy coming from his mama, Miss Wanda? He thinks I'm using him for his money. Oh, she thinks. Then tell her she right. I am using him for his money. What am I supposed to be using him for? Your money? Do you have money? Mhm. He using me for my sex, so I think we're even, darling. She ain't gonna want to hear that. You get if you know how to talk like honestly, like and he's using me for sex, we're good. Don't be afraid to be honest. Hmm. You used to be afraid to take money from guys or to ask for money, but not again. Good for you. So make sure you know who you are. Okay. Another way to know a man really wants you in his life and uh, is taking you seriously is if he asks about your family and he wants to meet your friends and your family. Um, and he's curious about your family more than your friends. You know what I'm saying? Um, and not curious in a nosy way, but just wants to meet them. You know, not afraid to meet the parents, not afraid to meet the family. Okay. Is not against it. Doesn't like um get afraid when you start talking about a future, not together, but just future in general. Um, doesn't try to like steer away from questions about um, whatever it is that you find important. Like when you ask him, he's going to be more honest, even if it's bad. A man that really wants you to be in his life will find a way to make whatever his bad news is sound less bad, but he's still gonna tell you. Okay. And that way he knows y'all aren't wasting time because there's something withheld. He's gonna tell you. Okay, so make sure you're paying attention. Another way is if he thinks about you on holidays and invites you over, invites you to do stuff, includes you in all the festivities if there's holidays, get you appropriate gifts for the holidays, make sure that you're taken care of and know that you're thought about. If he makes you feel special and know that you're thought about, then yes, that's what it takes. Now, a lot of women take these things for granted, But sometimes you have to just wait and pay close attention. And not to just those small details, but also how they act when things don't go their way. When big things happen that are not, you know, good, and to see how they react. Because if you're going to be in the long run with someone, um, you're going to need to see how they react to certain situations before you can commit or before you would like to commit. Um, and that man may do the same thing with you. How are you going to be in this situation? How are you going to react to this situation if this thing happens? Do you easily forgive? Do you easily forget? Do you lash out? Do you do this? Do you do that? And it gives them a better perspective of how the relationship would be with you. And if you want to know, like if you want to know someone, you have to get to know them. You can't just rush into anything and just say, okay, let's get married in 3 months because whatever, whatever. No, you have to make sure you know how these people will react to what situations occur. You said, what if they shut down? Then you got to learn how to deal with the shutdown. A lot of people react in different ways based on the situation or who did what to who. You know what I'm saying? If you're in a relationship and you felt like you trusted someone and then all of a sudden you felt like you couldn't trust them, a lot of times that may feel like, okay, well, shut everything down because the relationship was totally based on mistrust, right? And so another one, is to take them out of the equation and move on, because if you don't, like, a lot of women do not give second chances or benefits of the doubt anymore because they have seen how much of a waste of time it is. And since men tend to value women on their youth, beauty, and looks, time is of the essence. So a lot of times women choose not to give second chances because one time is a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? And men have more time to play around, so they think, than women do. And they've put that stigma in a lot of women's heads that, oh, well, you don't have time to do this and you don't have time to do that, so you better hurry up. So when we feel like our time has been wasted, we don't tend to waste more time on the same thing. So sometimes that's what happens. And that's why you need to get to know people in relationships. If you're going to waste people's time, then prepare for them to realize that their time was wasted, and make sure that, if a lot of people know that people have wasted their time. And if you want more time wasted, go back and have more time wasted. You got time to spare. But now, women know that they have all the time in the world. We have technology, we have whatever, whatever we have at our fingertips. Women are taking better care of themselves. They're looking better. Their health is good. They're leveling up their looks. They're dressing better. They're maintaining their appearance for as long as possible, and they're getting exactly what they want in life. So, between now and then, where we feel like, we're not able to get as much as we want, we don't want to spend time or waste time on doing the same thing over when it should have been done correctly the first time. You know what I'm saying? And if someone really, really wants you, they would find a way. They would find a way to make sure that you knew that and that you would definitely consider giving them, your time again. But if not, move on. The situation is done. And sometimes you can't fix it. But if you can fix it, then you're going to have to accept how someone treats you if it should happen again, because now you know. Okay. A lot of men will see how you react to certain news. A lot of men like to try to test you. And when they don't like how you don't or do pass the test, then they feel some sort of way. Say a lot of women don't take tests. We take what we want. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of women are like, well, I think he's testing me. Should I do this? But if you feel someone is testing you, then test them. Okay? That's my best way. If you feel like, "Oh, is this a test?" All right, well, I guess y'all ready for my test too then. How you gonna react to the results you don't want. You said could be a trap. Could be for both on both ways. But if you know how to get out of a trap, then never a trap. Okay. They don't like when they don't like the results of your test because you ended up switching it up, then that's not my problem. Men shouldn't be testing women like that. Don't they know not to test women? Mhm. All right. Can't test women because they'll end up testing you and you won't like the results. All right. Are you part of the level up? Don't be flued out. Cheap. Wait, cheap is correct. Didn't bring what I wanted. Brought over beer just meeting me. Girl, beer. Where's your champagne, girl? Where's your drink? If he gonna bring beer, that's for him. Where's your specialty drink? If somebody bring beer to my house, what they finna work on? Where your paint? Okay, you ain't you Well, okay, let me test to see if you'll know how to come correct. Exactly. We drink wine over here. Okay. What do you think of women who wear a short haircut? I think they cut their hair off. I think wigs are options, you know. I don't think anything. If you like your hair short, you like it short. Doesn't mean you always have to wear it short. You can throw a wig on when you feel like wearing it long. If you like it short, then like it short. For me, I don't care. Like I like wigs, I like short hair, long hair, but I use different looks to get different things. I'm not finna wear no short hair somewhere to get this money, but I will throw on a wig. But I will wear short hair when I go outside in my garden and be sweating and doing all kind of stuff, not feeling like doing my hair, throwing it up in the bun and I be done. I will do that, but I also have options, and that's the beauty of being a woman. You have so many options. So it doesn't matter if your hair is short or long. They make wigs now. They've been making wigs, but wigs are more accessible now to women, and they look more natural. Okay. So another way to tell is they give you the space that you need when you need it. And they don't ask a million, like they're not desperate. They don't ask a million questions because they're afraid of scaring you away with, feeling like you're being possessed or whatever. So they allow you more freedom and they give you more trust. Okay. They're not insecure. That's another thing. Insecurity in a man or a woman is a turnoff to many, 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 many people. So when they're serious about you, they tend not to be so insecure around you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes then it may come off as a little bit of arrogance, but at the same time, they're hiding their insecurity in order not to scare you away. And you can tell when some people are doing that too if you pay very close attention. What do you think of wealthy men busy preparing breakfast, take you shopping, but no cash? Well, a lot of people want to see how you respond to them before they give you cash. And I don't know how long it's been since you've been with that person, but if have you asked for cash? You know, you got to ask for stuff if you want it. How do you deal with a man that wants to come to your place? You have been seeing this guy for 5 months and he's never been to your place, but you have been to his place and know he thinks I stay with another man. Huh? And now thinks you stay with another man. Well, tell him you don't invite men to your apartment unless he's paying one of the bills or your house or whatever. I don't invite men over my house unless they're contributing to my household. Period. Get your money, girl. Turn everything around. If he thinks that you got another man, then he'll pay to find out. Some bills, okay? Uh, Do I believe in keeping all my eggs in one bag? I don't eat eggs, baby. I am I am plant-based. I have just egg and it comes in a bottle. Honestly, there's a lot of chickens out here that's laying eggs, and keeping all your eggs in one basket, as long as you got more chickens, it's good. It doesn't matter. But it's not wise in the metaphor of it. So like maybe get two, three, four baskets. You gotta haul about three, four baskets. You like just egg or your stuff good, ain't it? All right. You get a spare tire. Girl, get you an extra basket, girl. Uh, you've been talking to a man over a year. He hasn't sent me anything. How do I get money? Girl, a year. You better send him your Amazon wish list and see what happens. If nothing comes of it, then stop communicating. Okay. All right. Otherwise, you wasting your breath, time, text, typing. There you go. Uh, Sprinkle, sprinkle. If he asks to come to your home, it is not a red flag. It's actual problem. All right. Why you want to come over my house? You paying any of these bills? Can you do an updated video on how to ask for a gift or something from someone you are actively dating if he wants to take things to the other level? I already keep telling you guys this. You'll know if he's going to say yes or not before you even ask. That means in preparation to asking for anything, you got to have him right in the palm of your hand so that you know he's going to say yes. You got to prepare. You got to be looking cute. Stuff got to be pumped up. You got to be smelling good. You got to be rubbing up against them. You got to be breathing hard. You got to using whatever voice to turn him on. Then you tell him what you need before any of that occurred. And when he says no, then he just said no to all of that, and then you exit. Okay. You have to know he's going to say yes. You got to be all up on him, smelling good, looking good, until he can't resist anything. Anything you ask, yes, yes, okay. But at the same time, make sure you get what you want. Should I not make it a deal breaker for a man to bring me flowers? I'm getting bad feedback. I feel like when you demand something, it seems like a red flag to men. So if you simply say, I like flowers, it doesn't mean that they're going to be given. It just, it's an indication that you like them. Then if it's up to them to pay attention. This is how you know that they like you. If they're listening, if they do what you want, if they bring flowers. You don't demand that you bring flowers on a date. You say, you know what, I love getting flowers. It just makes me feel this way and that way. And da, 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 da. Then they're going to ask you what your favorite flower is. And then you're going to be like, oh, it's this, and that. And then they're going to show up on the date with the flowers if they really like you and they was listening and paying attention and care. And if they don't, then they didn't care and they don't care what you like. Okay, you never demand something unless that's your husband and he got to do it or else. But on a date, especially on a first date, you never demand anything. Oh, I love flowers. Oh, really? Yes, I love getting flowers. They're just so beautiful. They're and they just make my whole room like smell good. Oh, well, what's your favorite flower? Oh, you sure you want to know? My favorite flower is, or flowers are, da 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 da. Why are you going to bring me some? Bam. That's how you get flowers. You don't give. You better bring me some flowers. I need flowers on the first. No. What? I ain't bringing nobody. I don't even bring flowers to. No. You better. You better be extra inventive on how you demand your things. It's not even how you demand them. It's how you present that you want something. You can demand after you get married, but you need to present it while you're dating. Because when you try to present it when you're married and they know you so long, they already know what you're doing. They may let you do it just because it makes them feel special, but at the end of the day, when you need something, just tell them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What if he changes his mind after? After what? What is your friend? Why is your friend not giving you money anymore? He did for 15 years now. He's being greedy. Girl, I don't know. Maybe he's going through issues. Who knows? Right? You have to bring the subject up to him. Don't just demand it. Exactly. Okay, another way to tell if a man really wants you in his life is that he shares his hopes and dreams with you and his future plans with you. And not in a way that he's bragging, but in a way that he's like allowing you into what he wants. If he's never shared his future plans with you or painted a picture of what the future would look like in a vulnerable, not even vulnerable way, but in an honest way, then he's not probably, you know, really, really feeling you or liking you. But if someone gives you their plans or, what they want to move into, like if somebody tells you things and you didn't ask, but they're just sharing, like I said, information, privileged information, it means that they kind of care. All right. And they want to see you there. And that's why they're telling you because they want you to be a part of it or at least want to be a part of it. Hmm. A lot of men who don't see that you're going to be in their life long term, they don't really look to the future. They don't really talk about anything in the future and they don't really mention it or they try to avoid the subject. So pay attention to that too. Um, you said you start to think the relationship between Sheila and you is one sided. It's no sided. Ain't no relationship. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh, what if he makes empty promises? He can make all the empty promises he wants. If you believe them, that's your fault. I don't care about promises. I care about actions and results. So if people are making empty promises, I would definitely be like, well, just let's talk about it when we're there. Let's talk about it when that happens, or surprise me. I'm not listening to no promises. No, unless it's coming with a promise ring that's worth something intangible. Okay. Or some promise cash. Okay, you can promise all you want if you're promising me with cash and rings and things like that, but don't promise me with no empty words. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Walk away or shut down the convo after the first false advertisement. See, a lot of people are quick to shut people down, and you can do that, but also be sure that you're sure. If you know that there's other people and you don't care, or if you're sure that you're sure, then fine. But if you're unsure, don't do that because you might be like, well, maybe I rushed into that. And make that decision when you're not, when you're thinking more about it, or at least take a day or two to think about it. That was your biggest mistake, believing empty words. Okay. And people learn from those things and they never repeat them. And that's why a lot of men get frustrated when they mess up and the woman doesn't give them another chance because so many people are out here making empty promises and not keeping their word that it seems like it starts to become like the norm. So they don't really believe anybody after that. So that's why you have to go above and beyond to prove that your words aren't empty, even if you don't feel like you should. It's so it's so important to make sure that someone knows that when you say something, that's what it is. Um, these men just talking a whole bunch of nothing. Do men like women more the less women seem impressed or caught up over them? I'm not sure, but I would feel like, okay, being who I am, I would feel like maybe if everybody's like all, oh, you're this, you're that over them, then it's normal to them. So it's not anything special. You know what I'm saying? That's the norm. So it's not seen as special. You know what I mean? So when someone is not acting the norm, they tend to get the interest, because they're not the norm. Hmm. You're mad at your pick Nisha mom for not teaching you the game. Well, she didn't know the game to teach her. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now you can go teach her. Okay. Mhm. So another way to tell is when you're out on a date, they make sure that you're comfortable. Like they make sure you like the place. They make sure everything is up to, standards. And they also make sure that you are having a good time. Like if they see that you're drifting or bored, they quickly try to, fix whatever the problem is. And they're not just going to be like, well, hurry up and hope this date's over soon. Or, they're going to try to fix whatever it is that they feel is wrong with the date. They're going to do extra. They're going to be like, maybe try to talk about something that interests you. If they see you're drifting off, they're going to try to get your attention back. They really like you. Otherwise they'll just be like, okay, this was a waste of time. They can't wait for this to be over. Okay, see you when I see you. But if not, if they're really trying to get you, to have a good time on the date and not try to rush to the end of it or rush to, whatever, then that's what you need to pay attention to. They're making sure that you're having a good time. Um, you said you live in a racist town. These tips don't apply to you, unfortunately. Uh-huh. Well, why are you dating in a racist town? Mm-hmm. That's your choice. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. My mom didn't talk to me other things, just mostly she repeated to me, boys and parties will always be around. Like this girl. What? Ari, I'll take all of my dates to Taco Bell. You're welcome, ladies. All right, that's because I know how you tip, Marcus. That's all you got, Taco Bell money. All right, well, send me some Taco Bell money since you bragging over there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, y'all better hit that like button. I see more people in here than likes. Y'all better hit it. Click, click, click. Like, like, like. Okay. What is my favorite perfume to seduce? The one that they buy me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes, y'all need to go get my book, SheRaSeven, The Wisdom of SheRaSeven. It's on Amazon. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And also, y'all need to get my elixirs. Start on phase 1. It will totally change your mindset and get you on track to level up in your best life. Promise you. There's the link to the Etsy store to get your elixirs, and the instructions come with it. So make sure y'all read the instructions. da 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 da. And you read the reviews too. You're going to see a lot of reviews, and it'll tell you more on how it works. Okay, 'cause it's too much to explain here, and it's better from other people because you know that they've actually taken it and you can believe what they say. Okay, you can't make up fake reviews on Etsy. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, Y'all have it better than you with getting a van that provides. I live in the Caribbean. It's so much more harder. Yeah. Oh, Ashley, sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate you, girl. Got the Cash App. Do y'all need my Cash App? You need my Cash App. I know y'all are feeling generous today. um, you said I was reading somebody's question. Yeah. Maybe gotta date someone that's not from there and that had that little money. Okay. Do I still use Tom Ford? I got a bunch of perfumes, child. I got whatever one I got and feel like spraying on, that's the one I'm spraying on. Okay. Whichever one speaks to you, wear that one. Like, the way that I select perfumes is if I smell it, does this smell like seduction? Does this smell like mystery? Does this smell like you will never forget this? Then I'm finna wear it. hmm Is this gonna turn somebody's head? Then I'm finna wear it. Go in there and find that perfume that smells like that to you. If that's the perfume you're looking for. I have perfumes to not be even noticed. I have perfume for myself that I just like to spray on to smell fresh and clean. I have perfume for different reasons. So you're gonna have a perfume for a different reason, just like anything else, like lip colors. What job you trying to get done? And you wear that specific perfume. What can you do to make a man stay with you if he doesn't want? Wow. Uh-oh, some more Cash App. I can't get mad. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Somebody sent me $1. I appreciate that. I hope that was not your last dollar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I still appreciate it. Shoot. I'm not gonna diss $1. That's all you got. That's all you got. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate it. Okay. Right. There you go. All right. Anyway, y'all already know I'm not talking about everything that y'all are talking about in the comments. I don't make comments on stuff like that, so y'all don't have to ask me. Y'all already know I don't care. Um, so I'm here. This is my channel, and we're gonna talk about what I want to talk about. So, sprinkle, sprinkle. There go Olivia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You just bought phase one. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. Moesha done got phase one. You gonna be tell me how you like it when you review it, okay? Give yourself at least a week before you put the review out of taking it. Take it like the instructions say on the daily basis and just let me know, okay? You said the perfume lotion from Avon actually gets you attention. And y'all, the funny thing is that's probably true because I used to wear this lotion from Avon back in the old days, in my 20s. And people always used to ask me what I'm wearing. And I'm like, it's my mama's lotion from her bathtub. It's Avon. I don't know. It's in the dark blue bottle. With the little dark blue can. I don't know what that is. I was ashy and I needed some lotion. So I don't know. It's in the dark blue bottle. I don't know the name of it. I'll look tomorrow. People were asking. But some of their stuff smells good. Um, you treat your boyfriend like the first time we met. It's like we still on dates. I think that's a tactic to keep your man catching your attention. Okay. Well, that's sweet. Um, do how do you handle a spiteful ex? I don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, if they're in my past, they're in my past. If they're spiteful and they're still thinking about me, maybe I'll try to help them get over me, or maybe help them find someone else. You know, yeah, suggest places for them to visit, to meet other people. Because a lot of times, if they're being spiteful like that, it's because they haven't found another one. And a lot of times, people need to hurry up and find another, because a lot of guys feel like they don't have a woman, that something is wrong with them, especially if they're used to having women. So they need to hurry up and find another one. Why would you deal with anyone who is spiteful? Exactly. Help them find another one. Okay. That's what happens when you act like you cannot have faith and ambition. Get used as testimony. What an eerie last set of. Oh, y'all are talking about something else. How you deal with step kids that come around, teenage kids? I'm friends with everybody. Like, I don't want to say friends, but I think I get along with most people, or I could find a way to get along with most people, so I can pretty much deal with anybody if I have to, and hopefully make the best out of it. And maybe if they're going to be step kids, um, then form a relationship with them. But at the same time, I'm not looking down upon step kids. Hmm. I've been a stepchild many times. My mama don't play. Um, do you think plus size women have harder time dating? I never did. When I was plus size, or if you consider me plus size now, I never had a hard time, child. Shoot. I think it depends on your mental, and it also depends on your confidence, and also your size. Like, if plus size, do you mean obese, or just plus size, or do you like how? What are you expecting? What are your standards? You know what I'm saying? Because it's a combination of things. It's almost like, okay, are you well taken care of? Are you level up? Does your size, um, do you look like you're okay with your size? Do you love you? You know, because there's skinny people out here with dusties and broke, just the same as there's plus size women out here getting the bag. So it just depends on you. But I would say majority of men looking for someone that is not obese, unless that's their fetish. You know what I'm saying? Um, but you got a little extra. If you're a little thick, got a little extra meat somewhere, I think you're fine. Hmm. He says she was never plus size. She was just juicy. Y'all so silly. How do you make a rich guy break up with Pygmisha girl? Tips, please. Um, you have to let that run its course. You know what I'm saying? You can't make anyone break up with anyone. You just have to continuously be who you are and let that relationship run its course. Because if you don't, they're always going to wonder what coulda, shoulda, woulda been if you try to break up people, or if it feels prematurely that someone broke up with someone. You're always going to keep wondering coulda, shoulda, woulda. So you might as well let that relationship run its course, because if she's a pick Misha, it's not going to last that long anyway. Okay. How how to keep him obsessed with you? Stay obsessed with yourself. I'll repeat that. Stay obsessed with yourself. Remember, it's your world. You're obsessed with yourself. When you obsess with yourself, that's what you put out, and then stay obsessed with yourself. I do. I stay obsessed with myself. I don't even know who obsessed with me, but I know it's me as well. Um, I'm also obsessed with myself. We could be obsessed together. Okay. Men love to date me. They cancel dates with you to go out with dates with me. For real. They that would be funny if you knew that they canceled a date to go out with you. Huh? You had to cancel a date, didn't you? Yes. Um. Sometimes I just stare at my photo. Thank you for your advice, Shira, and people on that chat. Oh, you're welcome. Y'all so silly. I can imagine you because I'd be doing the same thing. Look at me. I know that's terrible to admit, but at least I'm honest. Anyway, there are men saying stuff like this too, how they play games with us too. Okay. hmm How do men feel about tall women? It depends on the man. Like some men, they don't like it because they want to be the tall one, and some men like it because it seems like, dang, this tall woman is with me because I'm so much of a man. you know, it just depends on how short they are and how tall they are. Like I think like super tall women, um, they unless it's a fetish, like I said, a lot of men don't want you to be towering over them. Unless you're like a supermodel and you're a status symbol. But if y'all are close to the same height and an inch or two, I don't think it really matters. Um, you're working on your finances, so the level up is hard. You can't buy stuff you need. What shall I do to get asked on dates? Shall I pause dating? No, girl. There's broke people out here dating. Thrift stores, borrow clothes from people. You know, use what you have. Go on Pinterest and make up outfits with stuff in your closet already. Figure it out. Anybody can level up with what they already have. If all you have is gym clothes and leggings, then hang out where those clothes are appropriate. Okay, like don't try to like if you don't have the money, look what you have and then use that and hang out where whatever you have is appropriate. But be strategic with it. Oh, Gianna, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to not appear lost or aloof around men. Um, how to not appear lost or aloof around anybody, girl. What the heck? Perhaps that's your opinion of yourself, and that's a question you need to answer for yourself. Um, because if you're lost and aloof around men, chances are you're like that around everybody. So perhaps maybe start off by having male friends. If it's just a man that triggers that aloofness, start off by having male friends. Get used to talking to men. You know, then maybe that'll be less and less. Okay. hmm Where do you find male friends? The same place you find every male in them DMs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, just go through your DMs. There's gonna be a bunch of them waiting to be put in friend zone. Okay. You just got your elixir. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let me know how you like it. Put the review out in about a week after you've been using it consistently. Okay. Girl, they all in the DM. What the heck? Where are you? Do you have Instagram or Facebook or something? They're in those inboxes, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Waiting on a chance. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How can how can you use child support to invest? He's giving you start your business. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all know that's what I'm gonna say. Start your own business. Flowers are cute, but too many and you're gonna be sneezing. Okay, okay. Do they be waiting to put in the friend zone? They do be waiting to be put in the friend zone. Okay. Should I leave him alone? I asked him as a test for capital for your clothing business, and he suggested I take a business loan. He does not want to invest. He do not care about you. He sent you to the bank, girl. Mm-hmm. Next, you were the business loan fool. You didn't see that, and it's not wasn't even gonna be no loan because I wasn't gonna pay you back. Yeah, next, baby. I'm not getting ready to deal with somebody who just turned me down. So you said even around gay men, you act extra feminine and they react more masculine. It is funny. Funny, funny. Yeah, I used to have a friend, and he was like, I'm about to turn straight for you. It's like, you got me wondering. You got me thinking, what would it be like? Like, please don't wander and please don't think. um, I think that's it's funny when knowing they ain't about to turn straight. Okay. Anyway, n- not sure about to turn him out. You know they just be joking though. It's compliment. That's all it's supposed to be. And it's funny. Market, he jealous of some compliment from me, dude. Um, so no, a lot of times that's just a compliment, y'all, not to be taken seriously. So yeah, that is true. The more feminine you act around a guy, the more masculine they're gonna act. Also, okay, more tips. Okay. Um, if you are like if they ask you questions and you sincerely answer and they remember those answers, like, oh, where would you like to go vacation? A lot of people ask you, where would you like to go vacation? What's your favorite this or what's your favorite that? You know, bring it back up in a conversation later to see if they're paying attention. Like, oh, I would love to go get my favorite such and such, or I would love to go to my favorite place, or it's in my favorite color, or it's my favorite flower, and don't give specifics and see if they were paying attention. See what they come back with. See what they respond as. Well, I don't remember what your favorite thing was. Oh, or if they do, that means they were paying attention and that they were taking notes in their head to impress you. Make sure that they know what you were saying. And it's also a good way to remind them so they don't forget it. Okay. You said gay men are still very attracted to women. Don't let them fool you. Oh, okay. Well, let them be attracted. I don't know if that's going to go anywhere. Men make better friends. To each his own, you guess. What can you do besides being on your phone while out freestyling at restaurants? What they did before there was phones. Drink, look around, people watch. Look like you're actually there to enjoy yourself and relax and absorb the ambiance. Look mysterious and poised at the same time. Look like eye candy for anyone who should look your way. Okay, act like you're being filmed and you an extra and you at the bar, but until the man walks over to you, who's the main character, and then you become the main character. Okay, that's how you gotta do it. You're sitting at the end of the bar, your drink. Off in the distance, some guy walks in and all he can see is you because you ain't like this. Everybody else like this, but you're like this. All his attention's gonna go straight to you. Especially if you look good, girl. Walk straight over. Try to get a spot next to you at the bar. Be looking good. That's all you gotta do. That's how I learned a lot by people watching as well. Try people watching. Okay. You always make eye contact, and smile. I don't know if I would smile though. I'd give a grimace so they know to be warned. I don't do a full smile because that's too much for me. I'm like, I ain't gonna do all that. You're gonna come over to figure it out. An air of mystery. Unless I'm already tipsy. I don't even know why I'm smiling. Mm-hmm. The margarita or that martini is feeling good. I'll be smiling for no reason. All right. Okay. So I hope this was helpful to you. Do y'all have any questions? Did y'all write all the stuff I said down? Did y'all hit the like button too? Because I don't see enough likes up in here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would teach. No, 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 no. Why? Why am I so amazing? I didn't know I was amazing. I just thought I was me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So thank you, Shira. Yeah, I smile too much. You need to turn it down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just let your face card do the work. Okay. Drop your cash out. All right. Yes. Here we go. You don't have to tell me once. I mean, twice. I tell women this all the time. Like, they're supposed to bring that out of you. If they can't bring it out of you, then how they gonna bring it out of you for real? They kind of make you like them on that level. If you're unable to be moved by whatever that person is doing, they need to do extra. They need to let you know how much they really like you. They need to go all, but not in a way that's going to scare you off. They just need to let it be known. You know what I'm saying? If not, then they're not going. You're not. They're not going to get the response. Okay. Women have had to become less emotional these days because men of how they treat them. So you start treating them better. Maybe women will be able to show their emotions a little bit more. Or, a grand gesture would be nice. Hmm. Grand gesture. How do you handle a mama's boy, only child? I wouldn't handle any mama's boy or only child. They gonna want you. If they want you, they want you. If they want their mama, they want their mama. I don't know. Mama's boys like to be cuddled and held. You can put them right here. This is where they're gonna feel smother 'em. Don't let them up for air until they give you that ATM code. Okay. Like, don't let them until they ready to move to the next level. You ready? Yeah. Y'all gonna get married to mama. uh, Please put me right here. No. What? That's how your husband is. He swear he the prize. Well, let him keep thinking, and as long as he's paying them bills, he can think whatever he need to think. Okay. Sometimes you got to play along with their fantasy. If they think they're the prize, as long as they're paying every bill and you ain't got to work or ask for nothing, then let them think that it's healthy for them to think that way. As long as you're getting what you want out of the situation, as long as they still treating you like you're, the priority. Maybe that's just their confidence level. You can't be mad as long as they're doing what they're supposed to do. Your sentiments exactly. Okay. So another thing, I thought I was leaving, but I just thought of another good idea. Like if y'all are like visiting each other's homes and things like that, if they feel comfortable with you staying over there, leaving stuff over there, or you know, visiting whenever you would like, when they don't have to make a plan about when you come over and things like that. If they're not like really secretive about their schedule or time and it's pretty much open to you, that's another indication. hmm Nothing wrong with a mama's boy if you're the prize. Okay. You say you think somebody like me. Yeah, they don't like me enough to send me no cash though, so it doesn't count. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hint, hint. Clue, clue. Who does my hair? Let's see. My beautician. They would like to remain anonymous, darling. hmm So sorry. What if you realized you're putting more effort into a friendship and the person is not even on your level? Um, it is good practice for when you find someone and they put in a lot of energy and they are, then it's going to seem like you have the upper hand. So I thought if you're not receiving the same thing in return, then definitely you know um, according to how you feel about it, if you feel like you're wasting time, then don't waste any more time and do what you want. Okay. hmm You stopped caring about what your hubby does. It doesn't do and doesn't do if he's suddenly crazy about me. What wants to please me all the time? Good, because you don't care no more. That's when they start to care. When you don't care. I don't care. Have fun. Do what you want. That's the best way. If someone can't or won't support, give, or love you equally, cut them off. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you have kids, you kind of know this, or if you have little nieces and nephews and siblings, most people tend to pour out more love to people that they feel like are less than them or don't know any better. But after a certain point, you'll see that that person recognizes that they're throwing out that love. And if they don't, um, give it back, then that's when you know they're not unappreciative of it, and that's when you cut them off. Because like a lot of people don't realize they're even being loved until it's obvious. So make sure when they know, then you pull it back. Okay, if that's you. But if it's them and you don't want them to know, then act like you don't know. Hmm. You say you stopped chasing your husband and it works. I know. Why would you be chasing somebody you already married to? It don't make no sense. Okay. It's like chasing a job you already got. You already got the job, baby. You said you don't chase anymore. Good for you. So, you want to be married, but you're not going to worry or stressed. I don't know how old you are, but that's the worst thing to go onto any date feeling like, or thinking like, or approaching any relationship like, because honestly, if the other person is not on the same mindset and they're not in the same mindset, your frequencies are going to clash. You're going to be thinking about marriage. He's going to be thinking about something else. So all this going to happen. So stop thinking about marriage. Think about something else, like that leads to marriage, that y'all will both be focused on. Like, what is it going to take for him to get what he wants from you? Hmm. Money. He's going to be thinking the same thing. What is it going to take for me to get what I want from her? Money. You see? So he invests into you and the money, then you accept whatever it is that he's investing. Great. Y'all are now on the same scale of what you guys want. When a man invests in a woman heavily over and over and over, it almost seems like a waste to let her go. So next step is definitely commitment, relationship, then marriage. Y'all be rushing into stuff and are on two separate pages when y'all get together. Like marriage should be the last thing on your mind on your first date. I mean, yes, women are wired to, make sure the man is husband material, but we do that for everyone. But it shouldn't be our thought for a specific person. Yes, we're always going to say checklist about marriage material, but we do that with everybody. So, aside from that, we shouldn't be thinking about marrying this person. We should just be, okay, well, it is what it is. Let's just have fun right now. And maybe if you act right, you might get another, opportunity and da, 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 da. So, and so forth and so on. And a lot of people are telling women to go in there and demand marriage. If that's not your culture, it's not going to work. Some men, they already know in their culture you can't do this without getting married. Great, whatever. But if that's not your culture, it's going to take a little bit more than that. You're going to have to be like, let's just do what we want and see how we feel. And always make sure that you have options available. That way, if they want you, they're going to let you know so that you can kind of, understand that they want you and to take them a little bit more seriously. Um, Asking to cover babysitter for a date he invited me to. Would you recommend? I would ask for money for something else and then spend it on a babysitter. I wouldn't tell him what it was for. Unless it's a lie, like, oh, I got a flat tire, I need to get a new tire, and da, da, da. I would just lie about what the money's for. I wouldn't make it seem like he's paying for a babysitter. 'Cause I don't know, it just doesn't sit right with me. I would lie and get the money for something else, or say it's for something else. But I wouldn't say it's for a babysitter because that's like, then he's gonna think every time he dates you, he got to pay for the babysitter. So he's gonna be like, well, I can either date her and pay for her babysitter, or date this chick who I ain't got to pay for the babysitter. You know, and so you got to get him out there first. And if he likes you, he ain't he gonna he's gonna be like, if you slowly start to mention it over time, he's like, well, I'll pay for it. You got to ease people into that type of stuff. You can't just be like, no, no. You said you seeking a casual entanglement, no habla marriage. Or casual entanglement. Is there a such a thing? All right. Thinking you see, thinking about it a lot can attract the wrong person too. It happened to a friend. Now she's stuck with a dusty he always was, but she refused to see it because that's all she wanted. Well, good for her. At least she happy, and the dusty is happy, and everybody in that family is happy. She might not be looking for the same thing we are. Okay. But if he wants me, then he's going to do it. That's true. But think about if he make sure he don't have a lot of options though, girl. Oh, Dina Jacobs sprinkle sprinkle. Appreciate that. So honestly, like it just depends on the dude. If you know he got lots of options and there's other women that he could date without paying for no babysitter, then by all means ask him if he would mind paying. It's like, would you mind helping me out with the babysitter? It's kind of expensive, and our date was kind of last minute, or even if it wasn't last minute, like it's kind of expensive. Then he might pay for it. But if he has other options that he doesn't have to pay for babysitter, I really wouldn't ask. I would ask for something else and then just pay the babysitter compensation. You can say whatever. Um, just man, no. He complains about her not being submissive, and she pays 75% of the bill. That sounds submissive to me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, that's what my words would be. Excuse me, sir. Um, don't you think paying 75% of the bills that come into this household is being submissive to you, Dusty? Because you could be still at your mama's house. Uh, that's as submissive as it gets for somebody who's paying all the bills. You can't expect any more if you paying a bill. Sorry, sir. No, you training a dog with no treats. Yeah. Um, you complain about your husband, but at least I know he can pay all the bills and I do spend his money. Okay. I'm not dealing. Mm-mm. You said 75% of the bills. I'm not laughing at that. That's sad. That's a nightmare. Girl, he one of your children now. Is he on your thing as a dependent? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Is he a dependent? You put him on your taxes as a dependent girl? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shoot, at least he can get on disability or something if he can't pay nothing. Tell him to fake an injury and come on with it. Um, if he lazy, I mean, there's loopholes and stuff. Come on, no, you can't just sit around and be a dusty these days. There's too many ways to get paid. He said he lost his job. Oh my gosh! Then he lost his residence. How, Shira? How have you kept your marriage intact for so many years? No cheating or nothing. I've done what I had to do. That's all I can say. I did what it took. That's it. That's all I have to say. I do what I gotta do. Okay. And that's why. I don't let things sway me a certain direction. Okay. Like, honestly, I don't let things sway me a certain I don't let people make decisions for me. I don't let people influence me about what I should be doing in my own marriage. I make all those decisions. If you can't replace what you're trying to take away, then shut it up. Okay? Because a lot of people will try to make it seem like a lot of people will try to influence your choice or your decision or your marriage or how you deal with your marriage. They ain't on a marriage license. They don't get a say. Okay? Everybody married for different reasons, and that's what it is. If they don't understand them, then they shouldn't be putting no 2 cents or no input in it. And that's how I did not um, allow other people to manage my marriage. I did it myself. That's how you keep it, by managing it logically. Okay. Otherwise, it's gonna be a mess. Hmm. You said you working on to shut up. That's been your biggest struggle, or talk about something else you know that's not gonna be an issue. Or let them talk. Yeah. He said, "Shira, be quiet. You spew BS." Oh, like I'm supposed to listen to you too. You on my channel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I can't even hear you. He said, "Stop talking." Yes, there we go. Thank you. I did need a break to have a little drink. All right. He pleases according to what you said and gives with what he has. It is settling if he doesn't make as much as my other suitors, still a paid professional. Well, is he giving you what you want? Do you have to worry about money? Do you have what you need? The other people are always going to be there. So if you need them, you got them too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's how you got to think about it. Mhm. Do what you got to do. I got what? What if he wants to please you, but you're unable to receive because you come from a toxic family of takers? Huh? It's that's strange. You don't. I don't see what one has to do with the other. Y'all gotta be like, yeah, y'all. I don't see what one has to do with the other. Hmm. Girl. Oh, Lola's here. Salem's Lot. She's back. Salem Lot. I heard there was some tornadoes, girl. Did your trailer get hit? Anyway, stay safe out there. You in a nicer place than me? Well, that's what they all say. If you think it's nice, then it's nice. Yes. It's all about what you think, darling. I'm glad your place is nice. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. So, okay. You said I'm making fun of the poor. Yeah, I never said you were poor. You said that, darling. Anyway, you said take her platform down. They couldn't take my platform down if they tried. Why are you mad? Don't be mad. You can't report it, darling. You said no holes in the floor. What? Said somebody got too much time on their hands, girl. Well, when you only work part time at Walmart as a greeter, you got a little extra time. A little extra. All right. So yes. That's a good one. That's another way to let a man to let you know that he wants you in his life, girls. If he defends you when you need to be defended or when your honor needs to be defended. If you just sit there and let people do what they got to do, or say what they want to say, even if it's family or whatever, and no one defends, if he don't defend you, then no, he's not letting you know that he's a protector. So if he doesn't defend you, then he's not interested. Okay. Um, and if men don't know this, somebody need to teach y'all that you don't let nobody come at your woman. Like you don't let nobody disrespect your woman. You go up there and you do what you're supposed to do. Okay. You say what needs to be said and you end it. And you don't let anybody disrespect your woman, because if the woman does not feel safe in your presence, if she feels like people are always going to be able to do those type of things in your presence, she's going to view you as weak and that you don't put her as a priority, and she's not going to have no respect for you anyway. So you might as well do what you got to do. Okay. Mm-hmm. What if you're married and he still doesn't defend you? Chances are, if you're married and he still doesn't defend you, you may be already able to defend yourself. Like there are some women that are very outspoken and they don't need people to defend them. But if that woman is not like that and she doesn't say anything or she doesn't know about it, if he doesn't defend her, then he's probably somewhat resentful in a way. And then there's something that you may need to figure out why he's resentful of you. Because most men will defend their woman. Okay. Yeah. Because sometimes women don't need you to defend because they will defend themselves 10 times better than any man because men are scared a lot of times to speak up to people. But women, they don't care. They'll say whatever they need to say and more. But at the same time, if it's a new relationship and you're, waiting to see what he's going to do, then he should do that. If not, it's a marriage. Y'all are legally on paper. You take whatever he got, whatever. Then it just depends on who keeps doing it or not. I would definitely make sure that he knew that I was uncomfortable with him not defending me and see what he did after that. If he doesn't, then you already know he don't care no more. Okay. How to know his intentions for you? A lot of women keep asking, like, what is his intentions for me? He's going to show you. You don't have to know. He's going to show you. He's going to mention things. He's going to show you. He's going to invest in you. He's going to give you. He's going to pay attention. Rewatch the video, and all those things that I've said are going to be his intentions for you. He's going to want you in his life. He's going to be a little bit more open with you. He's going to be a little bit more honest with you. He's going to defend your honor. He's going to make sure that you know that there could be a future together. He's going to do all those things. And that is going to show you his intentions for you. Okay. He wants to spend money on you and told you whatever you want is your world. How should I handle that? Then you know what you're supposed to do, girl. Take it, tell them to meet you somewhere where there's stuff to purchase. Okay. Okay. Before anything, like get that first, okay? It could just be talk. Make sure you back it up with some action. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. You have a situation with an older man and you're dating. Girl, 40 is not older. Girl, bye. He still think he 30. How's the 40-year-old gonna pay your rent and his? Girl, that's too young. Unless he's like super paid. Can he afford your rent and his? What kind of job does he have? Y'all think older, like y'all keep thinking 40 is old. Go look at the average 40-year-old's paycheck and tell me if they old, if they money old. Because when I say old, I mean old, not older, not 40. They still think they 30 or you gotta get up to 50. Sprinkle, sprinkle. 40 ain't gonna give you no money. The heck? I mean, they might give you $10, $20, some gas money, take you out to eat and stuff, but they ain't finna pay them bills. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go older, baby. You want all them bills paid? Go older. How old should the 20? Girl, you almost 30, which means you need to go at least 20 years older than yourself. I say go older 20 years and you're gonna have the money that you need. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. 20 years is a good difference. That way you're gonna get what you want. You don't have to worry about it. Um, you've met some pretty damn dusty 50-year-olds too. Sometimes the other men are dusty too. Be careful. Yeah. Find one that knows he's 50 something. Okay. Find one that looks 50 something. Find one that acts 50. Girl, go find a real 50 something year old. Not no one that's thinking they this or that. Okay. Go find a good old down to earth, arthritic, cataract ridden 50 something year old. Okay. Go do it. Um, uh, You said your my husband runs off with you every night. Good. I knew you was going to admit to dating black men soon. Now we know. Wonderful. You're 50 plus and life is just beginning for you. Okay. But I'm talking about the men though. They want the 20 something. You trying to date a 20-year-old? I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking about the men. 50 something year old want 20 something year old. That's how you get the money. All right. 40, that person still have 20 years of work to left. Exactly. They keep texting you and all this garbage. I know, right? So, make sure that you are paying close attention to see where you are as a priority to them as well. Like, are they breaking dates with you? Are they not showing up when they're making plans? Are they constantly canceling on you? That's a bad sign. And y'all always come in here and ask me, well, what if they canceled on me? Bad sign, darling. They cancel on you, bad sign. That means they are not interested, they do not want you, and they never took you seriously in the first place. You get somebody that will move their plans around for you, that is a good indication that somebody likes you. Okay, so make sure you're paying close attention to that. Hmm. Y'all are silly. Make sure you're paying close attention to who is going to move things around for you versus who's going to cancel on you. Because a lot of times that's a very good indication as well. hmm He needs to be paying your bills, sis, not just dates, okay? You pick me's are making it hard for women like you, okay? I know, right? These men don't want to act their age. They don't, right? And see, that's another advantage that women have over men. Men harp so much on women's age being an issue, but see, they themselves they don't realize how old they are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't realize how old they are. They're 10 years behind mentally, and they feel like they're still 10 years younger than what they're actually, their actual age is because men, that's how men mental is. So a lot of times they're not going to be thinking on a level of, their own age. And when you don't do that, then that's not a good thing because you can either be taken advantage of or you can be so desperate that you're constantly trying to prove yourself as young and then you end up in a situation where you know you're trying to keep up with this young person and it's like, okay, well, I need to be paying all these bills. I need to be looking this way. I need to be, doing this. I need to do that so I can keep with this young person. And so they're going to be in denial about how old they are, trying to constantly keep up with a young person and be giving them money so that they can still feel young. I mean, when you're paying someone to feel young, that costs money. When you got to pay someone to feel young, that costs money. And, a lot of times men don't realize that that's what they're paying for, to feel young. And a lot of times men will, judge a woman on how old she is, but then turn around and pay someone to make them feel young again. So it's a vicious cycle. But I think when men start acting their age again, like they used to do in the old days, things will get better. Like a lot of people are not acting their age because they feel like they don't have to, but they do. Um, Own up to your age, exactly. Like it's kind of like a woman. We may not look our age. We may have tricks to look younger and things like that, but mentally and responsibly, we're going to be our own age. You know what I'm saying? We are going to, if we look, we might look 20 something years old, we might look 30 something years old, if we older than 30. But whatever, we're going to take care of our responsibility. We're going to make decisions based on the age that we are. We're not going to be in denial about how old we are. We're going to be like, okay, we're at this age. This is A, B, C, and D needs to be done. These are the priorities that a person my age would have. I'm going to stick to them, and I might look young, but I'm not stupid. You know what I'm saying? So this is why women usually have a more mature mindset because they're able to think their own age and not they're not in denial about it. So when you're not in denial about your age, your priorities are a lot better. But when you are in denial about your age, your priorities are messed up because you're 10 years behind mentally. When you're 10 years behind mentally, and it's dangerous because it can catch up with you eventually. And then before you know, you're going to look around and be like, dang, you know, I've been living like I was 10 years younger than what I am, and now it's finally catching up. And so you can't do that. So honestly, if you're a woman, you can look 10 years younger. That's the beauty about being a woman. You can transform. You got that hair dye, you got that makeup, you got the wigs, or you take care of yourself and you put yourself as a priority, you take care of your skin, you drink and eat healthy things. You can look young, but you still got the mindset of a woman your age. And that's the beauty of being a woman. You will always have, your mental as far as, taking responsibility for the actual age you're at. hmm So, You know plenty of women over their 40s and they act as if they thought, as if life was thought them nothing, taught nothing. Well, I didn't say all women. Okay, some people. If if you lived your younger years, locked up or not able to enjoy yourself, that could be one of the reasons why you're like that as a woman. But if you've had, ample time to quote unquote sow your royal oats and get all of that out of your system, then most likely you're not going to make those type of mistakes or have bad priorities. Um, mhm. All right. You know plenty of women. Oh, okay, I already read that one. Mhm. Um, I'm about to leave in a few minutes, y'all, because I gotta go run some errands. But then I will be. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna be live tonight. I'm busy. How would you deal with racism? I don't take it seriously because I know I'm above them. But what is the most effective route? I'm a senior in high school. Girl, people are going to be racist because they can. They're not racist. They can't be racist at work. They can't be racist in the real world because people will cancel them quickly. People will get fired, and people will call out their name. Um, so maybe that's their last chance to openly be racist and not have to pay any consequences. And they're trying their hardest, And so I'm not gonna say let them, but if they feel insecure about or threatened by you being who you are naturally, then let them be that. Okay? People don't pay attention to what's not important. People don't pay attention to people that aren't a threat to them, or people don't pay attention to people that aren't mentally bothering them. So, whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. You can't change your race, so why do you care what they think? I mean, unless you want to be transracial, I don't know. But you can't change your race. Let them be racist if that's what they are. Who cares? It's not your problem. It's their problem. It's like, okay, you must be threatened. And you remember what racism is, because a lot of people y'all think racism is prejudice. It's different. Okay, are they prejudiced or are they racist? Go look up the difference. All right. Like, if anybody say something, to me, I just think it's because you jealous. You wish you was me. You can't say nothing against me because I'm gonna just take it there as a compliment. You know, not like prejudice and racism are two different things. You'll have to remember that. Um, and being prejudiced is definitely not racist. Being prejudiced is simply prejudging someone because you don't know them. That's all. Being racist is like, oppressing another race because you're threatened by them. So either way, you still win. Okay. You said racism about control, prejudice is about judging someone. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, yes, true. You s- D what? True, true. I was passing out from some flyers yesterday or today in a rich white neighborhood, and Karen called the police on you. Uh-oh. Girl, I think I was passing out flyers. They don't do that in nice neighborhoods. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You have to tape it on the mailbox or put it in their mailboxes. If you're putting it on their door, like for lawn service or stuff, you got to be dressed like the lawn person. Or if you're putting it on the door, like for maids, you got to be dressed like the maid. If you're not dressed like the maid or a lawn person, or you're not putting it in the mailbox, Karen will call the police on you. So wear a shirt that says police on the back. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Can't call the police on a popo. You can't call the police on the police. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get you one of them hats with a badge on it. Do something, child. I don't know. Yeah, I gotta outsmart Karen because her finger be itching to dial. Okay. She part of the homeowners association. You said good idea. Okay. How you gonna call the police on the police? The fake police. As a young girlfriend, how can I deal with a 24-year-old son that is his only son? But girl, I wouldn't care how old he is. Are my bills paid? That's stepson, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Knowing his father and I want to do our own life. Okay, well, you can do your own life. If he's spoiled, give him. Does he give him an allowance? After he run through that allowance, that's it. Done. Gotta wait till next month. What do you think about your husband leasing a luxury car for you versus buying it? I'm shutting down the conversation when I hear the word lease. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Go hard or go home, baby. I'm talking about no lease. You gonna lease me as a wife too? Because that means I can go out and do what I want. No. We're just going to skip that conversation, and when you're ready to put down a down payment to purchase, then we can talk. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to be happening. Know your value. Know your value. Okay? Either you going to buy it or we ain't doing it. Because there's too many people out here getting cars bought that's luxury for you to be talking about some lease. Okay? You got to pay for it at the end anyway. Okay. So might as well buy it. Bye, bye, bye. So, what about freestyle in nice neighborhood or promoting your small business? Girl, don't go to no small neighborhood promoting your business. Do that online. People hate solicitors these days. Honestly, if you go to the local grocery store and set up a little table and you ask the manager at the grocery store or whatever place, then if you're attractive, them men with the money gonna walk up to see what you selling it anyway, especially if their wife ain't well. So do it professionally and don't be out there like you to help soliciting. Go and do it correctly. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right, I gotta go, and I will see y'all in the next one. I'll see y'all later. Thank y'all for everybody who donated. I appreciate it. All your little cash apps to y'all and that money. Everyone who sent me some little sprinkles, I appreciate that too. And everybody who hit that like button, I do appreciate that. Y'all hit it as y'all leave as well. If y'all haven't hit it already. And if y'all are new, yes, definitely subscribe. And I will see y'all on the next one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bye.